BrokerTech Ventures is the voice of the broker in the insurtech space, and this is the Storyteller series. I'm your host, Tim Flattery. And today I have John Jackovin with me, the Executive Director of the BrokerTech Ventures Accelerator. John, welcome to the Storyteller series.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So John, on your LinkedIn profile, you've got a quote that I just love that says, "I like building things that a lot of people think about, but most people don't act upon." Where did that quote come from?
It's probably something that I've learned over my years and I've seen other founders make a mistake of thinking that their ideas are truly original. I think someone said that there's maybe not an original idea that exists anymore. So my philosophy is it depends less on the idea and more on the execution and the action, and that really is the impetus for the quote.
You've been in the entrepreneurial ecosystem for a long time now, but not necessarily the insurance industry. So what appealed to you about the insurtech space and BrokerTech Ventures?
Yeah, so definitely been a startup founder, entrepreneur for the better part of the last 20 years. If I wasn't working on my own startups, I've been working in startups. Really, it was about the model that BrokerTech Ventures had put together. So less about insurance or insurtech specifically, and more surrounding the way that BrokerTech Ventures went about creating the accelerator in general, and the fact that there's more beyond the accelerator. What I really liked about the model was that it filled a need that every accelerator looks to provide, but very few actually do. And that's connectivity with your customer.
Yeah. So what have you learned about the insurance industry in your 6 months being at BrokerTech Ventures that you didn't know before?
It's really just been an interesting ride to try to catch up on the industry knowledge. Certainly understand everything those founders are going through and the entrepreneurs are going through from a CEO perspective, from a building perspective, but certainly being in a regulated industry, there are certain challenges that they have to overcome, and I have to learn those in order to be able to help them there, or find better answer is find the pieces that fit and the people that fit to help them fill those gaps.
So I know 2020 so far has been one of the most unique years in business that I can ever remember. But what can we expect from the BrokerTech Ventures Accelerator for the remainder of 2020 and into 2021?
Yeah, so we're at a point right now where we're kind of coalescing the startups with the agencies that they're working with. So in a very virtual manner, trying to facilitate that last bit of acceleration before they kind of move on their way. Obviously, we'll put together some culmination event where we're able to show off the accelerators, and we actually have something set up for July, but there might be something else.
How many startups are you looking to have in the accelerator for this next year?
Yeah, so the first year we had 12,
okay.
And it's really not, we're not set up to have a certain number necessarily. The way we approach it is, if there are 8 that are fantastic, and there's that kind of delineation between the ones that we accept and the ones that we don't, then 8 is fine. It could be 10, it could be 12, it could be, really there's no, you start getting into an area where there's just too many startups, so it probably wouldn't go that much higher than what we currently have, but we're focused more on the startups that are going to be valuable to the accelerator and vice versa, than just like a set number.
So as a founder yourself, you have started and grown a lot of businesses throughout your career. If you were a founder that's looking to be a part of BTV for this next 12 months, what advice would you give those founders right now?
If the goal is to join the accelerator for the 2020 class, or 2021 class, I should say, reach out now. And this philosophy goes whether you're talking to customers or investors or really any piece of the puzzle as a founder, is start early. Get that chain of communication, get that history, because once you develop that history, it's a lot easier to take that next step than it is to start in October and November of this year.
Well, John, thank you so much for coming on the BTV Storyteller series. It's been real fun during this pandemic to see in person.
Yeah, well, it's fun to actually talk to people in the same room, so thanks for having me.
Thanks, John.